Hello, how are you?
I'm fine, sir.
Sir, are you feeling comfortable?
Yes, I'm feeling
Let's start.
happy. Yes.
Okay. Could you please introduce yourself?
My name is Reputed Kumar.
Okay.
I completed my bachelor's in CSE Big Data Analytics, which is collaborated with IBM.
Okay.
I have 2 years of work experience as a system analyst in new software solutions, which is situated in New Delhi.
My first question. To launch an instance, what are the basic requirements?
We need to have a name, which is a name, key pair, AMI ID,
Okay.
and like data, like how much volume we needed, like
Okay.
8 GB is the minimum requirement, and
Okay.
we'll launch it.
To launch a resource, we need something else which is very important.
Network settings.
Yeah, network settings.
Yes.
So what are the network things we need to have
In
before
it,
launch an instance? What are the networking things we need?
we need to have an VPC,
Yes.
subnets, two
Yes.
subnets, one public and one private.
Okay.
And
So could you please draw that actually what VPC do? What are the components in VPC?
okay, sir. VPC is mainly an regional based concept.
Okay.
It's an VPC. In this, we will divide chunks into two parts, which is we known as subnets.
Okay.
Which and one is public subnet, another is private subnet.
What is the difference between public subnet and private subnet?
Public subnet has an internet connectivity, whereas the private does not have internet connectivity. We will try to connect via using NAT or NACL.
Connect with NAT or NACL?
Through
that-
public
No, that is security group.
security group.
Inbound and outbound.
Outbound,
So
yes.
how do you connect with? So
Route tables.
through route tables. Okay.
Route tables.
So how what difference between public and private is to connect internet connectivity?
Internet connectivity, non-internet connectivity.
No internet connectivity. Okay, fine.
And last we'll attach an intergateway to which we can allow the traffic
Okay.
for the
So
subnets.
my question is, can I get something from outside the world to this private EC2 instance?
Without any NAT connection, we cannot connect directly to the private.
Okay. What is the purpose of NAT?
Purpose of NAT is it is a one-way traffic.
Hmm.
Mainly, it will only either allow or deny the traffic.
Okay. In EC2, how do you identify the server?
In EC2,
How we identify the server?
by checking its ID, instance ID,
ID, public IP.
public IP.
I want a fixed public IP. I don't want to keep on changing. So what I have to do to get the fixed IP?
You should be clicking on elastic IP, by which we can our public ID does not change when we stop or start an instance.
Instance. Fine. So what type of storage things we use in the cloud? Storage things.
Storage,
Like, yeah.
we will be using elastic file system, elastic block storage, S3.
Okay. Can I store the PDF or video or audio things in EC2 instance?
No, sir. We can store in S3, but not in instance.
Okay. So my volume has completed.
Okay, sir.
My root volume completed. It's 8 GB or initial 8 GB is completed. Could you please increase to 20 GB?
We can increase, sir, by
Uh,
by using volume blocks, by adding extra block value.
No,
block.
I want my root volume has to be increased. No, I don't want to add more to my. I want to add more to other mount point, but I want to increase my root volume has to be increased to 8 GB to 20 GB. Is it possible or not?
Is it possible, sir?
How?
By going through an instance, we can add the extra
So modify the volume.
volume.
Okay, fine. So next, what is different between EBS and EFS?
EBS is a block storage. We can store our in volumes, and it is attached to only one instances.
Okay.
Whereas EFS is elastic file system, and we can attach an EFS to the multiple instances. It is a regional based concept.
So if my EFS in Virginia, my EC2 is in California, can I attach?
Yes, sir. We can attach
So EFS is in Virginia.
Virginia.
My server is in California. Can I attach?
No, sir. We can look in the region. We can attach any available
Availability is not
but not in globally. It is not
Okay.
possible. If S3, it is possible.
Can I attach S3 bucket?
Yes, sir.
Can I attach?
No, we can access
S3 bucket.
S3 bucket.
So what are the storage classes we have in S3?
First one is standard, frequent access. Second one is infrequent access. S3 intelligent glacier, deep glacier archive.
One zone.
Last
One zone.
Single availability zone.
Availability zone. So out of this, which one is expensive? Which one is cheaper?
Out of this storage,
These 6 storage classes, as you told me, standard, infrequent access, intelligent, one zone, glacier,
frequent access costs us more,
okay,
whereas the deep glacier costs us less.
So what is S3 life cycle?
Life cycle, this native agent concept will be putting in data for the how much time it should be there. From frequent access to infrequent, how much time it will be? We should
days.
Yes, days.
Fine.
Period of time.
Okay. Have you configured cross-region replication?
Yes, sir.
So what is the main use case of cross-region replication?
We can replicate our S3 bucket objects into different region.
Okay. Before creating the cross-region replication,
okay,
we need to enable something to the 2 buckets, the source bucket and destination bucket. What are those?
First we need to know versioning. Versioning and ACL.
Yeah, fine. So what is ACL?
Access control list.
So what is the main use case of this ACL?
We can control our objects list, like a read or write, these types of like how read write operations.
Okay. What is before without using versioning, with using versioning, how we can able to find this is new file or this is old file? How do you able to
find?
We'll
be getting multiple files. Before we are not putting a version, it will only show the old files. If you enable the versioning concept, we'll be getting new file with. Also, we can check the differences between the new file any data is been added.
Okay.
It will be showing that.
Okay. So make an application high available.
Okay.
So I want to make my application is high available. To make my application high available, whatever it is, whatever the condition, weather condition, it doesn't matter. If some places the earthquake or then natural calamities, the floods, whatever it is, I don't matter. My application should be run 24/7.
24/7.
So what I have to do?
We can put auto scaling.
Auto scaling, that's fine, but other than that, we need to do something else, right?
Load balancer.
Of course. What is that?
We'll be putting a load balancer for 2 different servers,
yes,
by which it can easily distribute.
2 different servers should be in same availability zone, different availability
zone.
Yes, that's what I want.
If it's in same availability zone, it will be data loss or anything like that.
Okay,
it will crash.
Okay, fine. So what if my database want to be also high availability? What I have to do? My database also I want to make my database as a high availability.
We should be keeping our data into multiple availability zones or multiple.
Okay. For that, we need to create database
RDS
or
clusters. RDS cluster is multi.
So once how many read replicas will come, how many write will come, what is different between standard primary and standard DB
database team?
Yes, let's come to the Terraform.
Okay.
So what are the blocks we have in Terraform?
We have 10 provided blocks, 10, which we in 2
10 or 8?
8, sir. Basically, mainly we are using 8.
8, okay.
We are not using the 2 other blocks, which is the provisioner and dynamic block.
Okay. So how many blocks? What are those?
8 blocks. Mainly we are using 8 blocks. First one is a Terraform block. Another one is a provider, resource, data source block, module block, local block, output block.
Fine. What is Terraform import?
It will import our databases, mainly used in data source block for fetching our data from RDS.
Okay. Data from?
RDS or other data sources as well. Like
import if you create the resource in the
same GUI, we will be getting
the Terraform state file.
And RDS also will be having also.
Yeah.
RDS also.
Okay. What is taint and untaint?
If there is any problem with my server or any issue, we'll be using the taint option to restart our server without destroying the entire data or anything in there. It will be creating a new server without deleting our data.
Okay, fine. The next part, could you please explain what is actually data source block do?
Data source block launch is fetching the resources from existing or other resources, existing or other resources.
Fine. What output block do? What local block do?
Output block will fetch the data. If we are not getting our we do not remember our MIID or something, we'll be getting our data from after Terraform apply. We will be getting the MIID if we mention that in the
or public IP.
Public IP.
Okay. What is variable block?
Variable block where we assign the to make our code shorter, easier. So we'll be using the variable block. We'll assign the variable
code shorter, or if you don't want to do hard coded the things, you use variable block. What is Terraform TF state file? What you have in that exactly?
In that,
how it is going to be useful for you?
In that we will be seeing how the file, which type of file is being created, which MIID type, and it will be mentioning what type of instruction we have given in the Terraform. All the detailed log record it will be holding. It will be useful. We will know the exact what type of instance we have launched on before the.
What are the public IP, private, all this
will be presented.